Currently napping. Maybe I shouldn't be calling him a baby. He's a toddler. I'm having a sweet little treat, some chai spice cake, loaf technically, and a cup of tea. And I'm just sitting here with Zaggy. He's having some quiet time. He's obsessed with some of the adventure games we play, like Zelda and things like that. He's not a really show kid. Like, he likes occasional shows. I don't love him to just watch shows, but inevitably, because he is 2 and we have this big age gap, he has watched us and the big kids play things like Zelda. And so one of his favorite things since he was little has been playing with a controller. It has no batteries. And he plays, and I just put on sleepy Let's Plays of Tears of the Kingdom on YouTube. And that way we don't always have to play. I think it's a little bit more engaging for his brain because they're doing puzzles in the shrines, and he likes to fight monsters right now. That's his favorite thing, is doing that. So anyway, hi. That was a long-winded way to start this video, but I'm just going to do some laundry, and I thought I would film today because I'm having a very cozy, sweet day. I'm so excited because I finally decided to release the bonnets a little bit early. I'm making cute little gnome bonnets. They've got this cute little, they look like little gnome hats. You should definitely go check out my Etsy page and look at them because they are the cutest things. I was trying to pre-make like several in each size before I launched them because I was a little, I'll get you more in 1 second, okay? I was a little bit scared of pre-orders because I didn't know if I could keep up with pre-orders, but then once I started really looking into it, I decided that I can cap my pre-orders and just monitor them closely, and I could open it up earlier because it was taking me longer than I had wanted to pre-make the bonnets. So now bonnets are available. And the way the pre-order works is just when you order, my guarantee is that within 1 to 2 weeks, I will ship it. It's almost always going to be earlier. That just gives me a little bit of a grace period for if one of my kids is sick, or if I don't feel well, or if life gets really hectic for a few days. I don't have to worry about panicking and trying to make a bonnet like on the fly. So far, like, I had an order that was put in yesterday that I'm going to finish today, and it'll be shipped. So that's how quick I actually am, but I just wanted to give myself a grace period. And so anyway, you can go get a bonnet now if you want for your little one. They are so, so sweet. I hand make them all, And I'm just excited to have some crochet items on the Etsy page now. Today is definitely a cozy crochet day. It's gotten so cold. Now that we're in the middle of October, it's really almost skipped fall. We've already had a snowfall, and now we're kind of back to fall until the next snow. And every year we just hope that there won't be snow for Halloween, because here in southern Alberta you really just never know. Zephy has been taking longer afternoon naps. I don't know what happened, if it was a growth spurt, but we finally have kind of settled in a really good nap rhythm where he'll actually take a 2, sometimes even 3-hour nap, which is just unheard of for my kids. So I'm just embracing it, and I'm just having a moment. I'm trying to slow down a little bit because these seasons just speed by so quickly. October, I feel like, is such a precious month because it's so quick. It's so fleeting with Thanksgiving and birthdays in our family. It gets very, very busy. So Thanksgiving Monday here was our gotcha day for Daphne, which is the dog that we adopted last Thanksgiving. We are just so grateful that she has been in our life for a year. We love our Daffy dog. And our Sam, our bird, he also turned 4. It was his hatch day at the beginning of this month. So lots of birthdays in our family. And then of course, Cody and Mackenzie, my husband and my daughter, they share a birthday over Thanksgiving weekend. It's very busy in our family. But the month just passes very quickly. It's always busy for my husband's work. And then, you know, the kids are obviously always doing like there's birthday parties for us, and there's lots of activities in October, and I feel like it just makes the month pass so quickly. So I'm trying to embrace it and savor it, because as much as you know your girl loves Christmas, and you bet your butt I will be decorating when the clock strikes midnight, Halloween, it's Christmas mode. Mariah has completely defrosted. It's business time. So I'm trying to just embrace this beautiful October that we have. I feel like October always reminds me to slow down a lot. I don't know if some of you might have been around for long enough to know that I used to do something called Dear October. And I say I used to, maybe one day I'll be able to get back to it, but I used to write a letter to each day of the month of October. So I guess I should word it like I used to write letters to the month of October every single day of October, and I would post it into like this little aesthetic video. You can go watch in my playlists. If you click playlists on the top of my channel, you can just find the Dear October playlists, and those are all my love letters to the month of October. And I wrote letters like she was a dear friend of mine. And I would love to do that again. It just is very time consuming. And while I'm in the middle of baby season, it's just not something I can put onto my plate right now. So instead, I'm just absorbing that peace, absorbing that relaxation. I've had this house coat since I was like 16 years old. To keep her forever. And I'm just trying to slow down and savor a little bit and not speed through it. I'm actually really grateful that I have so many bonnet orders coming in and have lots of crocheting to do, because it forces me to sit. And so usually I spend my evenings watching a show or something. I need to get a little bit better with my routine. I've been staying up too late. But then I just sit and I crochet, and maybe Cody and I watch something together, or I will just watch whatever I'm watching. I'm working my way through Parenthood again right now, which I watched a long time ago when it came out. I think when it was on TV. Dating myself here. And I liked it, but I kind of got annoyed with it through. And so I was a lot younger then. And now that I'm watching it again as a seasoned parent with like a teenager and, you know, several more kids, I like it so much more than I did the first time around. I think I just understand a lot of the nuance now. Things that annoyed me actually don't annoy me now from that show. So I've been really enjoying rewatching through. I bounce between, like, my rewatches bounce between that, well, right now, and I'm always rewatching Outlander. So I know you see, oh, it's Mackenzie. Has Mackenzie arrived? My alarm system. Hi. Quiet with the door. How was that?
I'm very tired.
Did she behave herself?
She's an angel. I don't know what Mary's on about.
Oh, okay.
Can you come here for a sec?
Why?
Ready? You're gonna walk me this way.
Come where?
Switch off it.
Is he okay?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Do I need shoes? have some milk and some cake? I have cake for you. Yeah. Should we open the window? Should I open the window? Oh, hello world. Hello world. I'm awake now. I was sleeping, but now I'm awake. Do you see the leaves? Leaves on the tree? There's no bugs today. That was in the summertime. Sometimes there was a bug in the window, right? Should we change your bulb?
What?
That's just a piece of dirt. Should we change your bulb? We have to go take all our stuff to start. Come on. October just really reminds me to slow down and to just be peaceful. And so I'm just really embracing that peacefulness right now. And obviously, as a busy mom, it's not always easy to embrace that peace, but I find my attitude, preparing my attitude maybe, really helps me. Like, I'm still cleaning and tidying, but framing it in a way of, this is a really cozy day to tidy. I just had a piece of cake and a cup of tea, and now let's just clean the space, and then I'll get to do this thing next. And that's kind of how I keep myself going in that way. This past weekend was Thanksgiving, and I chose intentionally not to film Thanksgiving, even though that could have been a really fun video, because I am, again, in practicing this peace comes practicing presence. And I think in doing that, we have to choose sometimes to keep the memories in our head and not always capture everything. And so we had a beautiful turkey dinner. It was just a very small thing. My friend Jana came and joined us because she actually gave us this huge turkey. Her family doesn't eat turkey. She got this beautiful turkey from the Hutterites and asked us if we wanted it because we do eat turkey, and we were like, sure, but only if you come and eat it with us. So we had her, and it was actually just the most beautiful day. We filmed a podcast, and then we spent the whole day just hanging out together. And her and I have never really gotten a day where we weren't really supposed to be doing anything else, where we just got to really hang out. Almost the entire day we got to spend together, and that was so fun. Not only do I never really get to do that, but I don't think she does either. And it was so nice. It was just, I think, what everybody needed. And that was one of those moments where I was like, this is not something to film. This is something to be present for. And I'm really glad I did that. So when we slow down enough, we can realize more easily when it's a time to be more present, when it's a time to maybe pull out the camera, take lots of pictures or something that day. And it's just easier to drop down into the present moment because it's a practice, right? Slowing down is a practice. And October always feels like, okay, it's time to slow down. Of course, how are you really supposed to slow down when you're so busy? Because I was just mentioning how October really picks up. But I think that's kind of the key. If you can't slow down in your busiest months, then you're not going to slow down in your slowest ones either. And I think it's that practice of learning how to slow ourselves down. We were never meant to live this fast-paced life. Even though it feels like we have to do all of the things, a lot of times we don't. We're just really bad at saying no, especially as women. So that's something I'm practicing every single day, but more now in my life. I talked in the last video, maybe 2 videos ago, where I was cleaning and I was chatting, where the experiences I've gone through this summer have really shaped how I need to show up. And one of those things is being more unapologetic of who I am, but also just saying what I need and saying what's actually on my mind in a non-hurtful way, but in an honest way with people in my life too. So if I have to say no, or if I feel like something isn't working for me, or instead of holding on to resentment or just generally negative feelings, I am trying to speak about them out loud, tell that person how I'm feeling, or say no to that thing, even though I'm going to disappoint somebody. I don't know about you, but this is a quality of myself that I really have not liked. I have been at such an intense people pleaser sometimes. I'm not so much anymore, but you know, I feel like you're always a recovering people person or people pleaser. But something I did, especially in my early motherhood, was I hate to admit that sometimes I would put pleasing other people in front of taking care of my children the way I would normally take care of them if I were alone. Does this make sense? Like, not all the time, but let's say I was at a holiday, you know, because holidays are coming up and it was just Thanksgiving. Like, so maybe I was at a Thanksgiving dinner and I would be so almost overwhelmed with trying to make sure everybody was fine and neutral or whatever, that I wouldn't be as engaged or present with my own children. It's hard to explain and to like really cherry pick the moments that I've done this, but I can feel myself doing it after, and it makes me feel really guilty afterwards. And so that's something I'm working on too, is always putting my family first, always putting my children first. And obviously that should be kind of the obvious thing, but even for a mama bear like me, I found myself sometimes putting the needs of others above, not my children, but maybe how I show up for my children in those moments. I don't know if anybody can relate to that or if anybody really understands what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm so overwhelmed with the moment or whatever we're doing or whatever is going on that I'm almost in survival mode and I'm just meeting everybody's basic needs and that's it. And I really don't like when I do that. So slowing down is big for me. And October, right before the busy Christmas season and all of that, I really just try to pump the brakes and take everything right down, because we're about to go into Christmas and all of the things that will be very exciting and very busy. And something I committed to when I was quite a young mom was I wanted to make sure that I enjoyed the holidays as well. I love to make magic for my children. It is one of my favorite things. I am a Christmas queen and a holiday queen, but I think it's also very important that the parents actually enjoy themselves on the holidays too, because it's their childhood, but it's also our motherhood. And I think we forget that sometimes. So slowing down is the first thing that you can do to actually enjoy yourself as well. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. I just wanted to make a little video just about my love of October, since I wasn't doing the Dear October series. A little bit of a homemaking come down, a little bit of just a gentle breath in your week, hopefully. Let me know how you are embracing your October. How do you slow down in the fall? How do you embrace the season? What things do you do to slow yourself down a little bit? Thanks for being here with me today, you guys, and we'll see you in my next video.